Hi, it's Paul from Webinar Expert here. In this video, I want you to get used to yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, so many people get very camera shy when they start out on video. But once you get past the camera shyness, you start to watch your own video recordings, and most of us, we squirm when we see ourselves on camera. And that's a very common occurrence. Just don't believe that you see some slicked, polished presenter on camera who looks amazing, because believe me, everybody goes through that horrible experience of seeing themselves for the first time and not liking it very much. So what are the reasons for that? Well, there are two basic reasons. The first one you may be more familiar with. The first is that when we hear the sound of our own voice in a recording, it sounds very different to the voice that we're used to hearing ourselves speak every day. And the main reason for that is when we speak, we can hear ourselves through the vibrations in our jawbone, as well as through the audio waves that come out of our mouth and back into our ears. So we get a very different speech or a different sound to what our friends and relatives and audience hear. They don't hear that vibration. They hear our voice as it's transmitted purely through the airwaves. So when you hear yourself on a recording, you're going to hear yourself as others have always heard you. That's why it seems very strange, and our brain struggles with that a little bit. Now, the second reason, which is more about the visual side of things, this is a bit more interesting, and it's something I only learned myself a couple of years ago. Now, you may already know this, but the human face, it's not symmetrical. When you flip that around, it's not exactly the same. It can be pretty close, and it varies from person to person. If you've got a side parting, then it's obviously going to look very different when that image is the other way around. But here's the thing. We all spend a fair amount of our lives brushing our teeth, having a shave, looking in the mirror. By the time that you're a grown-up adult, you will have seen yourself in the mirror thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And that is the image your brain recognizes in here. Your brain is very familiar with that person. It knows it. It's your best friend. When you see yourself on video, you see yourself the other way round. You see yourself as everybody else has always seen you. Now, when you're watching the video and you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, your logical mind, your logical brain is telling you, yeah, of course that's me. I recognize myself. I know it's me. But there's part of the brain in the subconscious here that knows there's something wrong. That's an imposter. How can that be me? The part of the brain knows that the image is not quite right because it's the other way around to the way that you're used to seeing it. Your brain's struggling to think that it's really you. There's a little bit of belief struggling going on there. And the way that your subconscious communicates this to your body is through physiological discomfort, a bit of squirming. I think, oh, don't quite like that. And that is the main reason why. But believe me, when you've watched yourself on video many, many times, the subconscious gets over it and it finally believes, okay, I know that's me. So even though your logical mind knows that it's me, your subconscious mind thinks it's an imposter, and it sends discomfort signals to your body to communicate that to you because there's something not quite right. Now, you may notice that all the selfie software on your phone, when you look at yourself taking a video, you're seeing what the mirror shows you. So when your head turns to the left, the image goes to the left. When your head goes to the right, the head goes to the right. In Zoom and other software, you can untick that. And that's very disconcerting because what you then see is what other people see. But the problem with that is that when you turn your head one way, the image on the screen goes the other way. And because you're not used to that, it's very disconcerting and it's very off-putting because you're used to seeing yourself in the mirror where your head goes the same way as your reflection follows your head. But the camera, actually, the head goes the other way round. And that's why most software vendors for video, they offer the option to flip the image. It makes it a much more comfortable experience when you're recording a selfie. But of course, we've all seen the images on Facebook and other social channels where people haven't put the image the right way around. And it's usually the writing on their t-shirt or the logo or something of that nature, something in the background behind them, like a road sign or something, that gives the game away. And these people need to go to the setting on the camera and change the setting so that it flips the image the right way around. So I hope that's useful. Hopefully by watching yourself on camera several times, watching your own videos several times, you'll become more comfortable with seeing yourself, and that in turn will give you more confidence to get out there, get on camera and produce some brilliant webinars and some brilliant video recordings. So I hope you found that interesting. I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.